Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 crucial personal skills you need to have as a person in order to find success with social media marketing. So guys, this is a very different video than videos we've done in the past. And these are kind of some skills you need to develop as a person, like I say, in order to find success. So these aren't necessarily skills you need to learn, for example, like Facebook ads, sales funnel creation, or email marketing. These are skills you need to develop as a person from a personal development perspective that you can utilize across the more hard skills that you'll learn, for example, Facebook ads and stuff. Number 1 is staying disciplined. I could easily say with all of these that this is the most important one, but this is a really important one. Staying disciplined is essential. And the reason why it's essential is because unlike a job, you don't have a boss that's going to ring you every day saying, Harry, are you up at 9 a.m? Harry, have you done 20 cold calls today like you said you would? Have you done 25 LinkedIn messages like you said you would? So staying disciplined and staying accountable to yourself and the targets you set yourself and your business is so essential, because if you slack, your business is seriously going to slack. And staying disciplined to the rules that you set yourself as a business owner. For example, if you have really bad habits, for example, getting smashed out your face on a Friday night that leaves you hungover till Tuesday the next week, that's going to be very difficult for you as a business owner to stay consistent and start to get results, because Monday and Tuesday are, it's the start of the week. It's where every business owner is clocked in. And really, for me, when I was doing, a severe amount of outreach, Monday and Tuesday were my favorite days to cold call, because everyone was on, everyone was, starting the week fresh. They wanted to really attack the week. And if you're starting that week sluggish, hungover, waking up late, not hitting your sales targets, it's just a terrible way to start the week. And this isn't, a video to keep you motivated and all of that stuff. It's just really outlining these strong skills that you need to develop and habits you need to develop as a person in order to find success. And I firsthand felt that once I'd got these 5 things in order in my life, especially when I was starting out, that my agency did take off, and there was a direct correlation to these 5 skills that allowed my agency to take off. So staying disciplined to hitting my sales targets, staying disciplined to not falling into bad habits, not falling into bad circles in my personal life, all of that stuff, staying super disciplined on the goal ahead, the strategy to get there, and the objectives that are going to get me there, and staying 100% disciplined. Number 2, which is my favorite one, if you're a regular subscriber of the channel, you'll know I talk about this all the time, which is staying consistent. It is 100% a numbers game, providing you have the skills to back up the numbers. If you're not staying consistent with social media, if you're not staying consistent with your outreach, you're really going to fail. And the reason for that is, and the analogy I always use is, outreach and sales is like throwing rods into a pond. If you throw enough rods into a pond in different parts of the pond with different baits, you're eventually going to start catching fish, compared to someone who throws the occasional rod in on a Monday, throws the occasional rod in on a Tuesday at different times. You're never going to catch a fish, compared to, person B, who turns up every day at 9, clocks out at 5, and he's constantly throwing in his rods into the pond, testing different baits, testing different rods, testing different times of day. He's showing up every single day and being consistent. I would always put my money on him to catch a fish. And it's the same with outreach. If you turn up every single day, you're gonna start seeing success, providing you know what you're doing, providing you're not turning up to a cold call and saying all the wrong things and you just handle yourself in a terrible manner. You're going to start finding success. So staying consistent, especially with outreach and sales at the beginning until you start signing clients, is so essential. Number 3, which is quite a difficult one to learn. The discipline and the consistency is stuff that you can kind of build habits around, and it's not necessarily a personality trait that you need to change in order to build that skill. And this third one which is being confident. And I believe this can be learnt. I really do believe it can, because I've seen introverts that join the academy absolutely smashing cold calling a year on, and that's their prime source of signing clients. And I say to them, like, how, a year ago when you joined the academy, you were terrified to pick up the phone. Look at you now. And so I do believe confidence, especially on cold calls, and on sales meetings, which is the only really place in Smma where you're going to need confidence. It can be learned and it can be developed. It really can. You've just got to have that, not give any shits attitude and just throw yourself into it. So confidence is a really important thing. You're going to have confidence on the phone. You're going to have confidence to get on a sales meeting and pitch your ideas in front of 3 or 4 people. And you're going to have to hold yourself with a level of authority and with an aura about you that breeds confidence. You want to get on a call and they're going to come off it and think, wow, Harry really did. He led that call. He was an authoritative figure on the call. He knew what he was talking about. He said it with authority, that then allowed me to have confidence in his abilities. Because if you turn up to a sales call, or if you're on a cold call and they can tell you're really timid, shy, and not confident in what you're saying and how you're saying it, that will reflect your service. No one's going to have confidence in you and your service when you aren't confident in yourself first. So it's a really strong skill that you need to develop. And I suggest the only way that you do develop it is by throwing yourself in. Like, have a few sales calls, do a few cold calls, have a few sales meetings where you're unconfident, because that will show you how to be confident. And every single one you do, you'll get better and better, more confident, and eventually you'll get there. Number 4, which I absolutely love, is a nothing to lose attitude. I just love people with this attitude when they start a social media marketing agency, because they're always the ones that find success. When someone joins the academy and they listen to everything we say and they go, Harry, I'm cold calling 50 businesses tomorrow. I literally don't give a shit what anyone says. People can tell me to fuck off. People can tell me to go die. People can tell me to, give up on my business. People can tell me to just jump off a cliff, the whole fucking lot. People can tell me, but I do not give a shit. Like, that's the type of attitude you have to have. Like, you've got nothing to lose. If I ring 100 people and they all tell me to fuck off, they all put the phone down on me, what have I lost? 2 hours of my day. Who cares? Move on to the next day. Like, the people that have that attitude absolutely smash it every single time. It's the people that go into it like me. So, like, this is very hypocritical of me saying this, because I wasn't like this when I first started. When I first started, if you're a long subscriber to the channel, I say this about loads of things, but you'll know that I was fucking terrified to pick up the phone. I picked up the phone, and before I heard it go beep, 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 and I had to end it before it even rang on my very first cold call, because I was so shit scared of it. However, I forced myself. I sat there and said, Harry, the only way you're going to make money is if you ring again. And I rang him again and got through to him. And it was fucking terrifying. But eventually I built this nothing to lose attitude where I just thought, like, right, they'll tell me to go away. They'll tell me to fuck off. They'll tell me they don't want to hear me about what I've got to say on the call. Or I might get on a sales call. I might stutter over my words. I might make a tit out of myself. I might, really embarrass myself with someone who knows more about marketing than me. These were all thoughts that were going through my head. And I got to a point where, what do I have to lose? I'll get on the call. They'll tell me, Harry, you're wrong. I don't want to work with you. And then in 5 minutes after the call, they would have forgotten about it. Like, that's the kind of attitude you need to have in order to just put yourself out there and hope, and then you're going to get so much back. And my final one, number 5, is commitment. You've got to be committed. This kind of links to all of them. This links to being disciplined. You've got to be committed to staying disciplined. Consistency. You've got to stay committed to your consistency. Like, they're kind of synonyms. They're kind of the same word. Staying consistent and being committed is you turning up every single day, or being committed to the call, which shows you being confident, being committed to a cold call that you're going to see it through no matter what. That's commitment. So staying committed and telling yourself, right, I'm a fucking business owner now. I'm a social media marketing agency owner. And this isn't something that I'm just going to give up on. I'm going to stay committed to it. I'm going to see it through, and I'm not going to give up until I find success. So that's the kind of shit that you need to keep telling yourself in order to find success in Smma. And that's kind of rounds off the 5 personality traits that really you need to have in order to find success in social media marketing. So hopefully you enjoyed that video, guys. If you've not watched our previous video, it was on 5 things that are making social media marketing agencies unethical. And I want you to use that as a checklist to make sure that you aren't being unethical in your social media marketing agency. So hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comment below. Make sure you like, subscribe, message us on Instagram if you have any questions, and we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.